Get ready.
Yeah, we're live already.
We're live?
Yep.
All right. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, my name is Miles Salazar.
Yes.
I am in the band Miles, Mason, and Asher, MMA for short, and Laser Wolf.
Wait, when I thought was MMA one of those initials the drummer that left?
No, okay, so my
Oh.
drummer didn't leave. My rhythm guitar player left, and his name was also Miles. So it kind of just worked out.
Oh, yeah, double miles.
Yeah, so at the
it should have
time,
been
at the time,
MMA.
no, so at the time it was Miles's Mason and Asher,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
just because.
Nice. Okay, so when did you get into music? Let's just start off with that.
Got into music at a very early age, at the age of around 2.
2.
When I was first recorded in the studio. It might have been 2 to 4. I'm not sure on the exact.
So you were
age.
2 years old recording in the studio.
Yeah, they recorded a little bit of me like cooing on the album and like saying some baby talk.
Like Goo Goo Gaga type.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
the fuck? How many is that? Is it on a song that's like popping or what was it?
Yeah, it's The Balance on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
You can hear the song to this
If
day.
you want to hear Miles when he was 2, The Balance. On Spotify. What's the song called?
Rubidoo Pass.
Rubidoo Pass. Nice. All right. Well, we all almost died today in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? 3 or 4 tornadoes?
It was about. I heard it was 5.
5.
Could be 5. Could be 6. Could be 4.
Mr.
Could be
Producer's mom almost died. My mom almost
Shoot.
died.
We almost died at the Bay.
Yeah. So what was that like? My favorite part of school was when tornado drills would go on. You like snuggle up next to your crush
Yeah.
and shit, try and make a move. You know what I'm saying?
That's valid, but we were in the bathrooms, the dirty bathrooms in the Bay.
Oh, the Bay doesn't have a basement, huh?
Nah.
Right.
So we were just in the bathrooms, boys and girls in the same bathroom, weird. Couldn't even take a piss. We were asking the teachers, can I just go take a piss real quick?
Yeah.
Nah, everyone's in here.
That's fucked, bro. Speaking of the Bay, you were supposed to have a show tonight. We were supposed to do this podcast after the show, but they canceled that due to the tornadoes, even though the tornadoes are gone, and the show was going to start at like...
Terrible calls from
What
the
time was the
highs.
show going to start? Like 7?
It was going to start, what time is it right now?
6:30.
It was supposed to start 30 minutes ago.
Okay, it's not even raining. And isn't it an indoor show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever, man. I mean, at least they're gonna reschedule it, right?
Yeah, hopefully rescheduled to May 10th at the
Okay.
Bay. Skater Music Fest.
All right, at the
With
Bay. How did
MMA.
you end up at the Bay? Like, what the
So-
fuck even is the Bay?
It's a school, but it's also a skate park is what it started out as. And long story short, this guy, Mike Smith, just kept building his way up.
He started it as a skate park.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he started it as like a fundraising skate park or something. I'm not too sure on the fully logistics of how he started it, but it went crazy for a little bit. And then he took out Precision Skateboards, which was officially like their... Precision was in the Bay, and they were selling all the boards out of there and stuff right in the music venue area. And then they took that out and put the music venue in.
Didn't
And then they started
Precision go downtown?
Yeah, it's downtown
Yeah.
right now.
And then now there's like a coffee shop. We had a Fortnite tournament at the Bay, and Dr. Lupo pulled up like 3 years ago.
Mhm.
They do a bunch of shit there, and now it's a school. So that's the thing. It is now is a school, right?
Yeah, it's just
I
it's
don't-
like a high school.
Yeah, it's like a focus
And-
program for people
yeah.
who don't want to do the normal shit, right?
Mhm.
So what do you do there? Like music?
So I like focus on music, focus on my business, like my band's business, how I'm gonna like focus more shows, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
And I'm a big help in the venue, and I like do a lot of the work in there within the lights and like getting people set up for the bands and stuff. So kind of here and there at the Bay, just doing whatever I can.
Okay, so how do you go about forming a band? Is a question I've always wondered, because like my dad all the time, he's like, oh, I want to start a band, but like he only knows 2 people and they never really get off their foot. You know what I mean? So how do you go
Right.
about actually starting to like perform and shit once you have people together?
Just knowing people.
It's just about who you
It's
know.
about going to shows. If you're looking to start a band, go to your local shows, meet all the musicians, and see who's just willing to jam sometimes, And that's how you're gonna do it. Because like, what happened? MMA formed out of us playing on Grace's track.
Really?
Sunflower Fields. Or no, it was Cocaine Dancing. It was. Well, I had Mason, my drummer, now come in, and he did some drums on Cocaine Dancing. we were gonna have Asher come and do bass, but he couldn't make it for some reason, so I ended up playing bass and guitar and mandolin on that. And then
you guys were just fucking around, and you liked the way you sounded together.
Yeah, but before that, Asher, Miles, and then myself, we played a little bit, just to mess around, and then once we got Mason, we kind of realized that this could actually be something cool.
Yeah,
and we played our first show at the Bay, and we did like 4 songs, just 1 jazz tune and then 3 rock tunes, and it was pretty fun. Not a lot of people there, but everyone there was like, whoa.
Having a good time.
Definitely, yeah, like Taylor Cornell played there, and then I think Accidentology. And then we kept practicing and playing and just like trying to write songs, and then we played a show at the Bay again on April 28th with the Giblets and the Wax Museum.
And the Wax Museum?
Yeah, and the crowd was just packed.
Yeah. So were those the 2 bands that were bringing the crowd? The Giblets and the Wax Machine?
No, everyone there. So the Wax Museum is like a younger band. Giblets is like the same age as us. So it was like, to be honest, it was like Giblets. It was like almost like 1/3 of the crowd each was everyone's fan.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
But then everyone collectively started to like each band, so our following grew. That's why we were able to sell out the Keg and like do that like pretty much sold out show by ourselves.
I was at that show, right?
Yeah. I think Hayden was there
Hayden
too.
there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
Mm-hmm.
That was
a lot of people there. Lights were crazy, and it was just us.
And the older people were fucking with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were all back there, like the regulars. They were fucking with it.
The regulars, the old bods.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And now, so now you picked up a job at Bodegas, which recently closed, and now they're reopening, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, what I am there is assistant lighting director. So my dad, he is the lighting director, and he'll put the channels into the DMXs and stuff like that. Like, and I go up onto the thing and be like, all right, DMX 135. All right, cool. Let me program it in, and then it'll go read back into the board. And then basically from there, he'll make some scenes, and then I'll make some scenes. And then depending on who's free that night, I'll go and do the lights. Like tonight, I'll be the one doing the lights. And then if I'm working, my dad will do the lights until I can go like relieve him at like 9 o'clock or whatever. Then he'll go and then I'll take over set.
So you're saying there's like constantly music being played?
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week? Okay, so you're only going to really work there once a week?
Well, depending on how many nights they have.
How much have they revamped that place? Cause
it's great in there. It's 10 times better.
Yeah, when I went in there last time, it was kind of like, you kind of tell it was kind of like losing its, I don't know. It's falling apart a little bit.
Mojo.
Yeah. But what's the lady's name? Let's give her a shout out.
Her name is Jamie. She's pretty cool.
Jamie revitalized Bodegas, and when did they reopen again?
They opened, I think it was
just like a couple weeks ago or something.
April 19th is when they opened.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Well, we're gonna go there after this, I think, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So if anyone doesn't know, Miles is my brother's friend, or originally was my brother's friend. And when he was in like 6th grade, or probably 5th grade too, or no, you guys met in middle school.
No, it was 6th grade.
Okay, 6th grade. Me and my friends were like SoundCloud rappers. So Miles would come over, and he knew a little bit about music. Like you'd been doing music since you were 2. You'd been on a track.
Right.
And
I started playing guitar when I was 5.
Okay, respect. So he pulled up, and we were doing the SoundCloud rapper thing. What did you think about that era, like with Ravon, the Don, Hunter?
I'll tell you this.
Love X Hate.
I'll tell you this. Ravon the Don had middle school on lock. Like he had like Leffler, Dawes, Mickle. Everyone was just fucking with him.
Yeah.
And then people just forgot.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's because he didn't drop the bangers like 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like he still makes good music, but nothing as like hard as 2, 3, if you know what I mean.
It's hard to, like, when you drop a song that everyone fucks with. It was also his first song.
Yeah, and it's hard to recreate.
It's hard to, I don't think you want to recreate it, do you? You kind of have to make something a little bit different at least.
Drift into your own space. But, like, I mean, like, he's doing good now. He gets good plays.
Yeah.
And I like his music, but Like I'm just saying, like for that era in time, like people were going for that like hard rap.
Yeah,
like
it was like
XXX, Juice World, or I guess he wasn't really hard
yeah,
rap,
not
but
yet,
like
not yet.
whoever else was in that like kind of hard rap scene, people were fucking with that.
It was mainly X. X was huge.
Yeah,
bro.
X and Ski Mask is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And like he kind of like hopped on that way for a second with 2-3, and then people like heard it, and then he just had like everyone listening to 2-3. Like
guys were
that
saying,
song
like,
actually blew up.
Don Way, Only Way in the hallways.
Yeah, like there's videos of like people coming out of the fucking lockers and being like Only Way, and just down the whole fucking hallway, everyone's screaming Only Way.
That's fucking wild, bro. I forgot how on lock he had that.
Mm-hmm.
He should start.
I don't think
TikToks
he even
and shit.
realized how on lock he had it.
Yeah.
Because if he were smart then, he should have started doing shows, and then like, well, honestly,
Well, the
like
Bay wasn't around. Like, where's he gonna do a show for?
it wasn't around.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
The
Grace
school?
was doing shows back then in that venue.
Yeah,
but the school wasn't around.
around. So like, I don't know. Like the reason you do so many shows at the Bay is because you go to the Bay,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
kinda how
we
you,
got Ravon to headline last Skate Art Music Fest, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like listening to him and like all his jams. We were all, I think he played 2-3 twice because everyone was like, play 2-3 again, and it got the crowd lit.
I remember that. I remember that.
That shit was lit.
I saw videos from that. Yeah, no, but like, how do you think that us as SoundCloud rappers affected you? Because you started to drop music on SoundCloud.
I had like, I was trying to find my own wave of music at the time because I wasn't really listening to. I was listening to rap too because that's what everyone my age was listening to, and I wasn't trying to listen to the same thing that my parents was because that's weird, you know, at the time. But then I would be listening to like Lil Skies and shit like that. But then when I found out that you guys had a studio and you guys were making like the type of shit that I liked, like I remember listening to like Want You and hearing like the actual music behind it.
Yeah.
And like one that I really liked was it was by Ravon and Young Jack, Fall, bro.
Yeah, Fall was fire.
That shit was fucking fire. And that like that song alone just like sent me on this like path. And then like I just made a lot of rap music. A lot of it was trash. Some of it is like all right.
I like Bonafide.
Yeah,
that's a good song.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny. I wrote that one time just bored. Then I recorded it bored, and then like I dropped it, and like people liked it. I was like, weird.
Yeah, so your rapper name is I4 Scene, but it's the number 4 SE3N.
4S3EN.
4S3EN. Okay. Yeah, respect. I mean, that era lasted a long time though before you started like doing bands and shit though. Like probably like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I think it really ended in like freshman year.
Why'd you stop on the rapper phase?
Picked up the guitar again, and it just wasn't what I was doing, what I wanted with music. I couldn't express. I was running out of lyrics too, and I couldn't express myself as well as I could through the guitar, if that makes sense.
I think you started to